There, yeah, it was the button. You heard it under my voice as well.
See it and hear it, yeah.
Is Fernando was slowing down to cut back.
Into turn one. Whoa, that is way too much engine braking.
Yeah, just suddenly a massive rear lock. And that's a driver that missed all of the small...
Whoa! Then that final cut.
Turn one, then we're at turn two now, and he's just trying to pick up some... You can do that and not find the wall on the exit there.
I hit a lot of debris, just keep an eye on everything.
Oh, just way too fast and lucky not to hit the wall.
Makes them much bigger, you can hear the crack.
Yeah.
And ending up on the grass. Some moisture from the light drizzle, sending the Chinese driver spinning and into the wall.
Yeah, the problem came on the entry. He just had the lock-up, forced him fractionally wide. Said in free practice he had one trip through the gravel, another almost trip through the gravel at this corner.
Let's get on the action, down the inside goes Hamilton, and there is Charles Leclerc, last year's race winner. Now this is Alex Albon, and absolutely no chance there. George Russell Stroll, and there's contact at the back. The Kevin Magnussen. Well, he just drove. Hamilton's in second place, and there's contact! Carlos Sainz spins Fernando Alonso around!
And having to avoid him. Yeah, I doubt Pierre even...
And Sargent did not stop for turn one either.
Here's AlphaTauri at turn 3, his right rear hitting the wall.
He's a left-hander, and yeah, he's way too quick, but he had to be going down the escape road.
And that will be a moment of dejection.
Actually, a lack of practice, I couldn't catch up on it, and
And get out of the way.
I'm in the wall.
Turned in. I have to say, I don't think I've ever seen anyone hit the barrier there. Edge, as we see, this was kind of like the Bottas-Kimi thing we're looking at on the Skypad.
We're approaching turn 15. It's a tricky corner, and it was even before then. See the, Bottas got...
Is Nick de Vries clipping the apex wall and damaging the front left.
Yeah, so it is just a bit...
However rapid through the first few corners, his back end swinging away from him.
Very nearly into the wall. And the monogas driver. Oh, he's lost it! He's lost it! He's spun off the road and into the wall goes Charles.
Final practice in Barcelona. Logan Sargent with a nasty snap exiting turn 14.
Off the road goes the AlphaTauri of Yuki Tsunoda. The same thing.
Same again. I'm surprised.
Just went slightly on the gravel, so check the floor and let it copy.
Red flag is out.
Quite work out why the red flag's out.
I think this might be the reason why. Alex Albon.
De Vries has that snap in exactly the same place. That
Hamilton's picking up the slipstream. Russell moves across.
Go on, just back up.
Right, Hamilton and Norris make contact.
Judged his journey a tad on the track, clipping the barrier as he turned for the...
because yes, exactly. The front's gone as well.
across the swimming pool chicane and into the opposite wall.
Yeah, I crashed.
A bit too fast into the bend and finding the fence.
It was actually a sizable hit into the tech. Is he going to tap the barrier here? There you go.
Oh, what?
straight away.
Down the inside and maybe...
He's nice.
Oh, pushing him, who's going for the move there. Yeah, it is.
Together, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Kevin Magnussen then.
On board.
Touched the
He hit the wall actually there at the second
He went off and just locked up the rear and slid gently, and a small kiss of the barrier.
For the rejoin.
Oh.
Hairpin. So he went to the intermediate tyres first. The engine was still driving on. It was
And it is
pushing.
now.
Look at that. Yeah, he's got an issue. The flag in the third sector. Oh, and Magnussen couldn't get back to the pits. Oh, that is so close. Tank Slapper has that done.
Had two spins of his own, keeping it out of the barrier on both quickest after the first one, before he ended up in an impressive P8.
No,
No, it's the paint.
it's just the paint.
Is it?
Just a bit too quick in.
For the season. How is he not painted down the barrier?
Wow. Too much right pedal there for Piastri. Slam into the barriers that greets you right there on the...
And that put him... That was a big hit, actually, wasn't it? Yeah.
Struggling. De Vries is struggling. He outbreaks him.
Street, but he has found a moment at the exit of turn one. Zhou Guanyu that brought out the yellow flags.
The tyre not ready with this outlet.
one of his own rear tyres as he was leaving the pit box.
Tsunoda bouncing over the curb, understeering wide and just damaging that.
Yeah, it's lovely. Nick, I just lost the rear. It's because you didn't have the white lines to cross on every grid spot. Here is a little spin.
Being beaten by several others, he slides, he spins. Lewis Hamilton spins off. Now can he get it out of the gravel?
Here's just a quick replay. Yeah, pretty standard here.
I just understeered.
Well, remember what happens to floppy Haas front wing end fences.
Basic error.
Well, let's see it one more time. This is trackside, just trying to make the
decision as to whether that is really undrivable.
From the off-board shot, just so slowly turns around, and oh no, the front left does just touch the.
This we can have a little look. So there goes Zhou Guanyu, hits Tsunoda. Oh, and that's the
Tsunoda in there, and round he went. Round goes the Williams driver.
So lucky, the American aquaplaning through Les Combes and hitting the barrier. The Chinese driver washing wide and finding the gravel. His Alfa Romeo's front left just brushing the barrier.
Road has gone Esteban Ocon.
I hit the wall, guys.
Just in front of Pierre Gasly then, because I thought Gasly had enough space to start a flying lap.
Yeah, that's what we saw Lando Norris do yesterday, except he then did a 360.
He wasn't even on the throttle, was he?
No, it wouldn't turn in initially, and then
Maybe it was just the right rear touched that painted surface, which is always slippery in these conditions on the outside of Pouhon.
Avalo corner, it's got a hin. They'll go wheel to wheel and they collide.
early, suddenly his space disappears.
I don't know what he was doing. I was there and just...
Rear of his Haas sliding through the gravel and just kissing the tyre wall.
So into turn 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, he was looking.
Mid-corner, right. So it must have been when he was getting on the gas again, I think, probably.
Lost the rear at turn 13 and found his Alfa Romeo. Unable to stop short, his front wing gave the Tech Pro a bit on the green-ringed rubber. He suffered a spin at turn 13.
Brought out the red flag. There's the moment for Logan Sargent. Not much runoff.
Presumably, and then found no grip out there, certainly not on the grass, and it's actually
Coming up right now.
Oh, it just went in there a bit too quick, and the runoff area clearly still a bit damp, and went straight down.
Has Zhou Guanyu got a problem down at turn 1? Perez hit the
car, which is only, bear in mind, you know, on the front of the car, the end of the straight.
Oh,
he touched the wall.
He did touch the wall. That's why they're looking.
Damage to that car as well. You go sideways at high speed through the gravel, and yeah, like you said, Croft, he did just.
Was also forced to vent his frustration.
Is that Oscar just going a little bit too deep in there, and could that have been avoided? And Oscar Piastri, and they've crashed! And Lewis Hamilton makes contrary wrong into this chicane as Sainz locks up, and somehow